What is up, guys? Just wanted to jump on here real quick and give a little recap of yesterday's NFL championship games. We had the NFC and the AFC championship. In the afternoon, it was the Los Angeles Rams versus the New Orleans Saints, which was a really fun game to watch. It went back and forth, and it was kind of one of those games where it's like, who do you trust? Do you trust Drew Brees, who has been killing it this year, broke a bunch of records, and is back in the playoffs again in the championship game after last year's just heartbreak season ended in the divisional round, I think, where just a real blown tackle at the end of the game, which would have ended the game with the Saints winning. Just a blown tackle. He blew the tackle, and the Saints end up losing that game. So fast forward to this year, and now they're in the championship game against the Rams. And do you trust Drew Brees, who's back here again, or do you trust the young, hungry offense of the Rams led by Jared Goff? So I really felt it was going to be the Saints. That I didn't feel if Drew Brees got here again, which he did, I didn't see him losing. But the game went back and forth, and once again, another heartbreak at the end of the game. It was probably the worst no call that I've ever seen. Just a blatant pass interference call, which would have set the Saints up for field goal range, and they would have won the game. But just the worst no call, pass interference didn't get called. So it went on into overtime, and in overtime, the Rams, they took the game, and real bummer for Drew Brees again. So the Los Angeles Rams advanced to the Super Bowl. Then in the evening game, we had the New England Patriots in Kansas City taking on the Chiefs, which was another good game. And I have to be honest, I didn't see that entire game. I fell asleep at halftime, and it was 14-0 New England. And when I went to bed, I thought for sure, I'd wake up to like a 28-14 score, New England. So hold on one second. Hello? Dude, what's up, man? I got you on speakerphone right now. I'm shooting the championship weekend recap.
Oh, I see.
Dude, so,
Can you hear me good?
yeah, I can hear you good. I'm going to set you right here, but I was just talking about, I just got done with Los Angeles and New Orleans, and what do you think about the heartbreak again this year for Drew Brees?
It's a tough loss. So, they had that game in the bag. They blew it. There was an iffy call, at the end.
Iffy, that was like the worst. That was the worst no call I've ever seen.
Definitely the worst no call in the pass interference playoff game I've ever seen.
He was, he wasn't even trying to play the ball. That's what gets me, is he didn't even know where the ball was.
Yeah, and that's been the rule forever, If you're not playing the ball and you make contact with the receiver, that's a pass interference,
I mean, all day. So I was just, I know I picked the Saints, even though my heart was LA, but I mean, we're not going to get into that now. I picked the Saints, but I just couldn't believe it. It was a heartbreak for Drew Brees again.
Yeah, it sucks for him, He's had 2 great seasons. You just don't know how many more times he has it in him,
That's the thing, yeah. I mean, I thought this would be his year, but nevertheless, we get to see a young Los Angeles offense in the Super Bowl, so that's exciting, man.
For sure. No, they deserve it. I mean, the way they finished that game, it's not like that call. We wouldn't even be talking about the penalty right now if they didn't go out there and have that last drive, So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, you can't take it away from Los Angeles. As much as that call will upset you, you can't take away what they did at the end of that game.
Exactly. That's what I look at it.
So if we move on real quick to New England and Kansas City, which I was just saying as you called that I didn't even really watch that game. I fell asleep at halftime. It was 14-0, and I thought I'd wake up to like a 28-14 score. New England, won the game, held them off, but how wrong was I, dude?
Yeah, because it was a little shootout in the second half. Well, it was in the third quarter. It was like all Kansas City.
That was in the fourth quarter. Yeah, they scored 24 points alone.
Yeah, just incredible. But Brady, that experience, who else has played in that many championship games? There's not many people with that type of experience.
You're not gonna match. You can maybe match it, but not even really. Peyton Manning retired, so I mean he's the only person you'd even compare them to.
Right.
But what happened? Do you know what happened in overtime at least, or was it just like overtime and then they scored on the first drive?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. I haven't even got a chance to look at it, but I just saw the score when I woke up.
Bummer for Kansas City, but we get to see New England again in the Super Bowl versus LA, which I think that'll be a fun game. So we'll definitely have to break that down over the next couple weeks and really look into what we think the strategy to wins will be, and we'll do that, and we'll hit them with a prediction, and then we'll break it down after the Super Bowl.
Sounds good to me, man.
Well, dude, I'm glad you called in. It's actually like perfect timing. So that's kind of like our recap of that. I'm gonna let you go, Bobby. Then I'll wrap this up. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Bye.
So that's kind of our recap for the weekend. You had real good fights and really good football games, both ending in overtime. So I hope we see a really good Super Bowl that goes to overtime too. What a treat that would be. All right, guys, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys on Thursday for Thursday's Thoughts. Later.